Hello students, welcome you all. So today we are going to discuss probability question number 11. Gopi buys a fish from a shop for his aquarium. The shopkeeper takes out one fish at random from a tank containing 5 male fish and 8 female fish. What is the probability that the fish taken out is a male fish? So first of all, total number of fish we can find. Total number of fish equal to, you have 8 male fish, 5 male fish and 8 female fish. So 5 plus 8 equal to 13. Now you can write the formula P of E, or probability of E, you know, is number of favorable outcomes, number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. So this is the formula. Now here total number of outcomes equal to 13 and here favorable outcomes are, what is the probability that the fish taken out is a male? So probability you can write probability of a fish to be male, fish to be male, equal to, you have 5 number of male fish, so that 5 divided by total number of outcomes is 13, 5 by 13, which will be equal to 5 by 13, it will be 0.38. So this will be your answer. So this is the probability for the fish taken out to be male fish. Now we'll move to question number 12. A game of chance consists of spinning an arrow which comes to rest pointing at one of the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. You can see the figure, and these are the equally likely outcomes. So these are equally and likely outcomes. What is the probability that it will point at 8, at an odd number, at a number greater than 2, at a number less than 9? So let's start. Here we have, so first of all we can write total number of outcomes. So total number of outcomes equal to 8 in number. You can write them in bracket 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Then we have to find the probability of the pointer staying at 8. Before that you can write P of E is the formula, equal to number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. Now probability of the pointer staying at 8 will be equal to, 8 means how many favorable outcomes here? Only one favorable outcomes, only this place. So 1 divided by total number of outcomes. So total number of outcomes is here 8. So 1 by 8, which will be equal to 0.125. So this is the probability. Now we'll move to double I. Here also same, total number of outcomes is 8. Then after finding total number of outcome, we will find odd numbers. So number of odd numbers, number of odd number equal to, number of odd numbers are 1, then 3, then you have 5, then you have 7. So they are foreign number, you can write in brackets. So foreign number. Now what you have to find? Probability. Please write the formula P of E equal to number of favorable outcomes divided by total number outcomes. So probability of an odd number or the pointing at odd number, you can say it, right? An odd number will be equal to number of favorable outcome is 4. So you can write 4 divided by total number of outcome. Total number of outcome is 8. These are the 8 outcomes divided by 8, which will be equal to 1 by 2 equal to 0.5. So this is your double I part. Now we'll move to triple I. A number greater than 2. So now we'll move to triple I. So same here, total number of outcome is 8 and the number greater than 2. Number greater than 2 equal to how many numbers are greater than 2? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 in number. Who are they? They are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Now you write the formula P of E equal to number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. So now we'll find P of probability of n number greater than 2, number greater than 2 will be equal to number of favorable outcomes. So here number of favorable outcome is 6. So you can write 6 divided by total number of outcomes. Total number of outcome is 8 is here. Now you can cancel 2 3 is 6, 2 4 is 8, which will be equal to 3 by 4. So it will be equal to 0.75. So this will be the probability of a number getting greater than 2. Now we'll find a number less than 9. So we'll move to IV. In IV, same total number of outcome equal to 8, then number less than 9. Number less than 9 equal to, who are the number less than 9? They are 8 in number, and who are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. These are the number, they are less than 9. So same P of E is equal to number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. So now write probability of a number less than 9, number less than 9 equal to, here 8 divided by total number of outcomes. So 8 divided by total number of outcome is also 8. 8 by 8 equal to 1. So you can say probability of a number less than 9 is 1. Here you can see when the probability is 1, we can say it is a certain event. So you can say this event is a certain event. Okay, so now we'll move to question number 13. 13. A die is thrown once. Find the probability of getting a prime number, a number lying between 2 and 6, an odd number. Okay, so let's start. Here, a die, you know that in a die there are how many faces? 6 faces. So total number of outcome you can write total number of outcome equal to 6 in number, and who are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So these are the total number of outcomes. Now we have to find prime numbers. So who are the prime numbers? You can write prime numbers. Prime numbers equal to, So who are the prime numbers here? You can see 2, then you have 3, then we have 5. So how many prime numbers? 3 prime numbers are here. We have to find the probability. So we have to please write the formula. Probability of E equal to number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. So P or probability of a prime number equal to number of favorable outcome is 3 in number, so equal to 3 divided by total number of outcome is 6, so 3 by 6, which will be equal to, now you can cancel it, 3 and 6, it will be equal to 1 by 2, which will be equal to 0.5. So this is the probability of a prime number. Now we'll find a number lying between 2 and 6. So we'll delete it. Double I. So same total number of outcomes. Total outcomes equal to 6 in number, and who are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Number lying between 2 and 6. Then we'll find number lying between 2 and 6 are who? 3, 4 and 5. So there are 3 in number. Now we have to find probability. So please write the formula. P of E or probability of E is equal to number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. So P of a number lying between 2 and 6, probability of number between 2 and 6 will be equal to number of favorable outcomes. So here number of favorable outcome is 3 divided by total number of outcomes is 6, 3 by 6, which will be equal to 0.5. Now we'll move to triple I, an odd number. Same total outcomes equal to 6, that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then odd numbers, how many odd numbers are there? Odd numbers are 1, then 3, then 5. So there are 3 odd numbers. We have to find probability. Probability of E is equal to number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. So probability of an odd number will be equal to favorable outcomes. There are 3 number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcome is 6, so it will be equal to same 0.5. Now we have found the answers of question number 13. So we will move to question number 14. Okay, one card is drawn from a well shuffled deck of 52 cards. So in a well shuffled deck there are 52 number of cards are there. Find the probability of getting a king of red color, a face card, a red face card, the jack of heart, the spade, the queen of diamond. So let's start. Okay, so we'll start with I. Total number of outcomes. So here total number of outcome is 52. So these are the well shuffled decks. Okay, now a king of red color. So how many king of red color? So number of king of red color equal to 2. So there are 2 number of king of red color. We have to find the probability. Now you know the formula. Please write the formula always. Probability of E is equal to number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. So we have to find probability P of a king of red color. King of red color will be equal to, so here favorable outcomes are 2, so we can write 2 divided by total number of outcomes is 52, so 2 by 52, which will be equal to 2 by 52 will be equal to 1 by 26. Now it will be equal to 0.038. So this will be the probability of a king of red color. Now we'll move to double eye part. Same, a face card. So you know that there are three type of face card. Who are they? A king, then a queen, then jack, and three types of card. So how many number of face card? So number of face card you can write number of face card. You tell it Sahib, Bibi and Gulam, king, queen and jack. Okay. So number of face card equal to 3 into 4 types of card, 4 into 3, which will be equal to 12. Now you can write the formula P of E is equal to number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. Now we have to find probability of a face card. A face card will be equal to number of favorable outcome is 12 here. 12 divided by total number of outcome is 52. So it will be equal to 12 by 52. You can cancel it by 4. So 4 3 are 12. Then 4 13 are 52. So it will be equal to 3 by 13, which will be equal to 0.23. So this will be the probability. Now we'll move to triple eye. Here a red face card. Okay, so first of all we have to find the red face card. How many number of red face card? Face card, you know, three type of face card. A red, two types of red cards are there. So number of red face card equal to 2 into 3, which is equal to 6 in number. Now you can write the formula probability of E equal to number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. So you write probability of a red face card, red face card will be equal to, you have favorable outcome is 6, 6 divided by total number of outcome is 52. So it will be equal to 6 by 52. Now you can cancel it. It will be cancelled by 2. So 2 3 is 6 divided by 26. So it will be equal to 0.11. So this will be the probability for triple eye, red face card. Now we'll move to IB, the jack of heart. Okay. Here we'll find jack of heart. How many jack of hearts are there? Only one jack of heart. Gulam, jo red nalpan, isn't it? So heart means nalipan, nalpan. Okay. So only one jack of hearts are there. You can write directly here. So write the formula P of E equal to number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. So probability of jack of heart, jack of heart will be equal to number of favorable outcome is 1 here. 1 divided by total number of outcome is 52. So it will be equal to 1 by 52. It will be equal to 0.019. Now we'll move to V. So V will do it here. A spade. So you know that how many number of spades are there? Number of spades you can write. Number of spade is equal to 13 number of spades are there. So probability of a spade. Before that you can write the formula P of E equal to number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. So probability of a spade will be equal to number of favorable outcome is 13. So 13 divided by total number of outcome is 52. So it will be equal to now 13 1 ja 13, 13 4 ja 52. So it will be equal to 1 by 4, which will be equal to 0.25. Now we'll move to VI, a queen of diamond. Okay, same here. VI, you know that how many queen of diamonds are there? There is only one queen of diamond. So probability of queen of diamond is equal to 1 by 52. So favorable outcome is 1 here and total number of outcome is 52. So 1 by 52, it will be equal to 0.019. So this will be the probability of the queen of diamonds. Okay. Now we'll move to question number 15. Okay, again it is also a card question. 5 cards, the 10, jack, queen, king and face of diamonds are well shuffled with their face downward. So there are total 5 number cards. What are they? They are 1 10 and jack. 10 means 10 in number. Jack means gulam. Queen means queen. King is king. Then an S. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 types of card of diamond are well shuffled with their face downward. So face are downward. One card is then picked up at random. Okay. Then what will question arises? What is the probability that the card is a queen? Okay. So first of all, you can write the formula P of E equal to number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. So P, or here you can write total number of outcomes equal to 5 to 5. Then probability of the card is queen. So probability of queen you can write probability of queen is equal to, there is only one queen, 1 divided by total number of outcome is 5. So 1 by 5. 1 by 5 will be equal to 0.2. Okay. So your answer of I is 0.2. Now we will move to double I. Let's erase it. Double I. If the queen is drawn out, so now we have drawn the queen out and put aside. So we have drawn the queen out and put it aside. What is the probability that second card picked up is an S? So now after drawing the queen, how many cards are there? You can write it double I. After drawing the queen, total number of cards equal to total 5 minus 1, which will be equal to 4. So now 4 number of cards are there. Then what is the probability that second card picked up? Now we are picking another card. Okay, is at S. So now we'll move to A. That means double I, then A. So here you can write the formula P of E equal to number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. So P of NS, P of ACES, okay, is equal to number of favorable outcome. How many number of S is there? Only one S is there. So you can write 1 divided by, now how many? Only 4 number of cards are there. So divided by 4, which is equal to 0.25. Okay. So A is 0.25. Now we'll move to B. Now it is saying what is the probability of a queen. Now there are 4 number of cards. Okay. And the queen is drawn out and put aside. Now there is no queens. So you can write there is no queen now. There is no queen in the cards. So we have already drawn out the queen. So probability of queen will be equal to 0 as there is no queen. Favorable outcome is 0, 0 by 4 which is equal to 0. So it is an impossible event. So this event is an impossible event. Okay, so this is your answer for question number 15. Let's move to question number 16. Okay, 12 defective pens are accidentally mixed with 132 good ones. Okay, so there are 12 defective pens and 132 good ones. It is not possible to just look at a pen and tell whether it is defective or not. Okay, one pen is taken out at random from this lot. Okay, you are picking only one pen and randomly determine the probability that the pen picked out is a good one. Okay, so let's see here. Total number of pen, you can say total number of pen is equal to 132 good pen and 12 defective. So 132 plus 12 which will be equal to 140 for number of pens are there. So we have to find the probability, determine the probability that the pen taken out is a good one. So how many number of good pens are there? 132 good pens are there. Defective pen is only 12. So we can write the formula P of E is equal to number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. Now we have to find probability of good pen. So what is the favorable outcomes for good pen? 132. So you can write 132 divided by total number of outcomes. Total number of outcome is 144. So it will be 144, which will be equal to, we can cancel it. It will be 11 by 12. So it will be equal to, you can cancel with 12, then 0.916. So probability of a good pen is 0.916 or 11 by 12. Now we'll move to next one. Question number 17. A lot of 20 balls contains 4 defective ones. So total number of bulb is 20 and in that lot 4 defective ones are there. One bulb is drawn at random from the lot. What is the probability that this bulb is defective? So we'll first move to I part, then we'll move to double I. So let's start. So total number of bulb equal to 20 in number. Now contains 4 defective bulb. So defective bulb is 4, you can write defective bulb. Equal to 4, or you can write good bulbs. What is the probability that the bulb is defective? Okay, we don't need the number of good bulbs here. Okay, so you can write the formula probability of E is equal to number of favorable outcomes divided by number of total number of outcomes. Please write the formula in all the questions. Okay, now probability of a defective bulb equal to, so number of defective bulb, that means favorable outcomes for defective bulb is 4 divided by total number of bulb or total number of outcome is 20. So 4 by 20, which will be equal to, you can cancel, for 1 ja 4, for 5 ja 20, so 0.2. So this will be the probability for question number I. Now we will move to double I part. Okay, we'll delete it. Suppose the bulb drawn in I is not defective. So we have drawn one bulb. In I, we have drawn one bulb. Na? here it is saying the ball drawn in question part I is not defective and is not replaced. You are found that this ball is not defective and you put it aside. It is not replaced. So there are 20 number of ball. Now there are 20 minus 1, that is 19 number of ball. So you can start with this double I. Number of balls, ball remained equal to 20 minus 1, which will be equal to 19. Well, then now one ball is drawn at random from the rest. So there are rest 19 number of ball and we are randomly putting one ball. Okay, what is the probability that ball is not defective? Okay, so first of all we have to find how many balls are not defective there. You can see 4 defective balls are there and we had found one ball in part 1 which is also not defective. So there are 4 number of defective balls are there. So you can write defective ball equal to defective, or you can write number of defective ball equal to for number of good ball. You can write not defective, number of ball not defective equal to total 19 ball and defective ball is 4. So 19 minus 4 equal to 15. So 15 balls are there which are not defective. Now we can use the formula P of E is equal to number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. Then please write this formula. Then we will write probability of not a defective ball is not defective, or ball being not defective. You can write probability of ball not defective will be equal to, so number of favorable outcomes is 15 here divided by total number of outcomes is 19. So 15 by 19 will be equal to 0.789. Okay, so this will be the probability for question number 17 double I. Okay, now we'll move to next question, question number 18. A box contains 90 discs which are numbered from 1 to 90. Okay, so there are total 19 discs and they are numbered by 1 to 90. If one disc is drawn at random from the box, find the probability it bears. Then there are some questions. Okay, I, double I, triple I. First we will find a 2-digit number. Okay, so total number of outcome is here 90. So you can write it total number of outcome equal to outcome equal to 90. Then a 2-digit number of 2-digit number, or 2-digit number, you can write number of 2-digit numbers will be equal to, how many number of 2-digit numbers are there? 90 minus 1-digit number are 9 in number. So there, that will be 90 minus 9, it will be equal to 81. So 81 number of 2-digit numbers are there. Then you can write the formula. Probability of E is equal to number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. So probability of 2-digit number, 2-digit number will be equal to, number of favorable outcome is here 81 divided by total number of outcome. Total number of outcome is 90. So you can cancel it here. 9 9 ja 81, 9 10 ja 90. So 9 by 10, which will be equal to 0.9. So probability for I part is 0.9. Now we'll move to double I part. probability of a perfect square number. So for this we have to find the perfect square numbers. Before that, you know the total number of outcomes is 90. So perfect square number, perfect square number equal to, what the perfect square number? So 1, then you have a 4, then 9, then you have 16, then 25, 36, 49, 64 and 81. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 number of square numbers are there. Then we can write the formula. Probability of E is equal to number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. So now we'll find probability of perfect square number, perfect square number will be equal to, so favorable outcomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 divided by total number outcome is 90. 9 by 90, which will 9 will be cancelled, then it will be 1 by 10. So it will be equal to 0.1. So probability is 0.1. Now we will move to triple I. Triple I, okay. A number divisible by 5. So you can write it divisible by 5. Number divisible by 5 will be equal to, so you have to write 5, then 10, '80, then 85, then 90. So these are the number divisible by 5. So there are how many number there? There are total 18 numbers. Okay, you please count it. It will be 18. So now we have to find probability. Probability of E, P of E equal to number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. So probability of number divisible by 5, number divisible by 5 will be equal to number of favorable outcomes. So here these are the outcomes. They are 18 in number. So 18 divided by total number of outcome is 90. This 90, then you can cancel it. It will be 9 2 is 18. Here it will be 10. So 2 by 10. So 0.2 will be the probability. Okay. So here it is. Now we'll move to next question. Question number 19. Here you have a child has a die whose 6 faces show the letters as shown below. So a die is there whose 6 faces shows the letters A, B, C, D, E and I. So A is 2 times here, then B, C, D and E are 1 times. Okay. So die is thrown once. So die is thrown only once. What is the probability of getting A? Okay. So first of all, here you can write total number of outcomes. Total number, we'll start with I. Total number of outcome is equal to how many face? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 outcomes are here. Then how many numbers of A? Total numbers of A we can find. Number of A is equal to how many A? 2 numbers of A is there. Then you can write the formula. Probability of E is equal to number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of outcomes. So then we'll write probability of A you can say will be equal to, so 2 divided by 6, then it will be equal to 1 by 3. So 1 by 3 will be equal to 0.33. So this will be the probability for I. Then we can move to double I. Okay, probability of D. Similarly, probability of D, capital D is here, will be equal to number of favorable outcome for D. D you can see only one D. So 1 divided by total number of outcome 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 1 by 6. So 1 by 6 will be equal to 0.166. Okay, so this will be the probability for double I, and this is the probability for I. Now we'll move to next question, question number 20. Okay, here suppose you drop a die at random. So you are dropping a die at a random on the rectangular region shown in figure. So it's a rectangular region 2 meter by 3 meter, and you are throwing a die here. What is the probability that you will land inside the circle? So there is a circle also which is of diameter 1 meter. So here diameter is 1 meter. So what we have to do here? We have to find the area of both the region, this here rectangle and also the area of the circle. So let's start. First area of rectangle is equal to 3 into 2. You know that length into breadth, which will be equal to 6 meter square. So this is the area of rectangle. Then we can find the area of circle. Area of circle equal to, what is the area of the circle? Pi r square. Pi into r is here, we have diameter 1 meter, so r will be 1 by 2, 1 by 2 square. So which will be equal to pi into 1 by 4, or you can write it pi by 4. Okay, pi by 4 meter square. Then what we have to find? Probability that the die will land inside the circle. So you can write probability or P of die landing inside circle will be equal to area of the circle divided by total area of the rectangle. Area of circle divided by area of rectangle, which will be equal to area of the circle is here pi by 4 meter square. Pi by 4 meter square divided by area of the rectangle is 6 meter square. So which will be equal to pi by 4 is 0.78 divided by 6, which will be equal to 0.13. So this will be the probability of the die landing inside the circle. Okay. So this is the result answer of question number 20. Now the next question we will discuss in the next class. Okay, thank you.